The question is of more or less different aspect has come. What you mean by I Atma is self-evident, Swaprakasha, Swayam Jyoti. When you say I is self-evident or self-luminous, the Upanishad is called Swaprakasha, Swayam Jyoti. What you mean by that? What are its implications? Let us start now. To know anything, what all do we need? We need indriyas, jnanendriyas, sense organs, eyes, ear, nose, tongue, touch. Then a mind to coordinate, an intellect to decide. Without these three, we cannot perceive anything. So that means a thing becomes revealed to us. A thing becomes known to us. A thing gets experienced by us through the instruments of jnanendriyas, sense organs, mind, intellect. Emotions, etc., from the mind only, without indriyas we can. But either all the three or indriyas need the other two, or mind and intellect necessary. Without that, we cannot know anything, we cannot experience anything. When you see the sun, Surya, what actually the process takes place, let us see. Your eyes are directed toward the sun. Your antakarana, the psyche, through the eyes, reaches the sun and gives an expression, impression on your antakarana, the psyche, of the form of the sun. It is called a vritti, a modification, or what is called as a thought, vichar, thought. And this thought corresponds to the form of the sun. And this thought removes your ignorance about the sun. Oh, there is sun. But for that process, the thought itself cannot do, because thought being the part or a modification of inert psyche antakarana, it needs to be illumined, made known. Just as an object in the darkness can be seen only you flash the light. So this Suryakara vritti, thought corresponding to the sun, Surya, inert in nature, it gets illumined by reflected Chaitanya in that thought, because such a provision is there in this creation. In every thought, Chaitanya, I, pure awareness principle, pure conscious principle gets reflected. So what happens now? You need this. Fine. To even buddhi, know your mind or buddhi, leave aside sense organs, mind, intellect. Those thoughts need to be known by Chaitanya. because they are inert. But I am, this Chaitanya, I am. You don't depend on the senses. You don't depend on the mind. You don't depend on intellect. You experience it. You know it on its own. You can verify it. Let us say, in pitch darkness, you are going somewhere. Some watchman says, who is there? Are you aware you are there or not? Yes. You are spontaneously. Just as an object needs the light to get it seen, but a lamp or the sun doesn't need any light. It is itself light principle. So also, Chaitanya, I, is itself knowledge principle, itself experience principle. It doesn't need any other instrument to know it or to experience it. The sun is light, embodiment of light. So also, Chaitanya is embodiment of knowledge principle. It is embodiment of experience principle. But presently, I am, everyone knows. In the waking, we know I am. Dream, I am. In sleep, at that time, you are not able to express. But when you wake up, I slept well, I didn't do anything. Shows you were there present. Evident? In the sleep, even the mind and the senses are not there. And yet you are there self-evident. So therefore, which doesn't need any other instrument to know or experience it. That is what is called a self-evident, self-luminous anubhava, that anubhava swarupa, jnapti swarupa, jnana swarupa. Therefore, I am is an experience which is spontaneous, independent of anything else. And Shastra comes and tells that this entity I, distinct from your physical body, distinct from your pranas, distinct from your senses, distinct from your mind, distinct from your buddhi, intellect, is the divinity principle. It is Paramanda Swarupa. It is totally free from sorrows. It is totally free from birth and death. Do you know? No. Ignorance. Then comes the Shastra to point you. So therefore, actually from one standpoint, there is no atheist at all. Because is there anyone who denies one's existence? Unless a psychic is, mad person. Any sensible person, will he deny one's existence? I am, will he deny that? How can you say atheist? He accepts the divinity principle. But only problem is, he is ignorant that it is the divinity principle. Needs to be educated, provided, is available for correction. From that standpoint, there is no atheist at all. All are theists because everyone I am. But the problem is this I, self-evident I, self-experience principle I, is mistaken. That mistake needs to be corrected. This is where Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita's, etc. come. It is the mind which plays the trick. It is because of this mind, our true nature is covered, obstructed. How? To some extent, we'll see next part. Om Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.